Hey guys, so as a lot of you may know, IMATS LA was this past weekend, and I don't know why I'm holding this right now, but this is a little pamphlet from IMATS. So I did get to attend. I actually went with my mom. We had an amazing time. I went on Saturday the 25th, which was the first day of the show, and yeah, we both had an amazing time. It was a sold out show. There was a ton of people there. I think it was like 8,000 people or something, but it wasn't as crowded as I thought it was going to be. It was extremely crowded, but for some reason I was thinking I was going to be like touching elbows with people the whole way through, but I was able to walk through the place without any problems unless you walk by certain booths that were chaos. So first I'm going to jump into the haul. I'm going to show you all the things I got. I got some pretty good stuff, and then after that I'll talk a little bit more about my experience at IMATS for this year, because this is my second year, and also I will show a few photos that I had taken during the day. This isn't going to be in any particular order. I'm just going to kind of, I guess I'll show you. I have this enormous bag, and it does say Diner, so you probably know what is coming up in this bag, but this bag is so adorable, so I'm definitely going to be clipping this. It has that on both sides. So cute. So the first booth that I visited at IMATS was actually Inglot. There's Inglot right there if you've never heard about it. My first stop was there. I was able to get a 20 eyeshadow palette and a 10 eyeshadow palette, so I got 30, and I picked all these colors individually. I will go ahead and this is the 20 eyeshadow palette. Those are all the colors I picked out. This is called the Freedom System. I'm not sure if everybody is familiar with this or not, but basically you just look at all the colors and you would just pick out which ones you would like, and then they gave you a palette like this to put them in. They give you the palette empty with all the individual shadows individually packaged, and then you can sort them in any way that you want. So I just put them in kind of rainbow order. So those are all the colors I got. So pretty. And I do, because they are kind of difficult to get out of the pan or out of the palette, I did label all of them. I don't know if you can see this. My mom had like a fancy label maker, so I labeled all of them on the back. So that's the first palette. And here's the second one. It's pretty much all kind of neutral grays, blacks, browns, things like that. Super pretty, and these are also labeled again. The reason I wanted to label them is for when I do tutorials with this, I want to be able to tell you what color I'm using, because like I said, they are really difficult to get out of the palette. So the next thing I got was a beauty blender, and I know a lot of this has been really popular on YouTube. Basically it's just a giant makeup sponge that is reusable. You can wash it or clean it and reuse it, things like that, but it's basically just something that helps you apply your foundation. I'll go ahead and take this out. So it just looks like this. I have the Sonia Kashuk one, which is kind of like the imitation version of this, but I heard the original Beauty Blender is way better, so I knew I had to try this. There were a few booths that were selling these, but the particular booth that we went to, they were selling these two in a package, so my mom and I just went halvesies on it, so she has the other one that's in here. So yeah. The next thing I got was from Model in a Bottle. This is what the packaging looks like. I'll just take it out real quick. It's basically just a setting spray for your makeup to help your makeup last all day, and it comes with a little pump that you can attach to it. But this is the bottle right here. So it is a matte setting spray, and I got the original formulation. They also have one for sensitive skin, which has see, this mine is kind of on the pink side. They also have one with purple writing, which is for sensitive skin, and that's the one that my mom got. But yeah, and it comes in a glass bottle, so I'm really excited to use this because I've been really wanting to try a finishing spray. So another booth I went to was the Sigma Beauty booth. I got a few of their samples that they were giving away. I kind of was a little disappointed with the booth because they were one of the companies that I had in my mental list in my head that I wanted to stop by because there was a few things I wanted to get from them, but they actually weren't selling anything at their booth. They had some items on display, which is why I thought they were selling some of their things. But basically they just had their stuff on display for you to check out, but they weren't selling anything. So I was kind of bummed out by that. The two freebies that they were giving away, there was one that was a little eyeshadow palette, and another was one of their brushes. So the palette that they gave away, it was a sample of their new eyeshadow palettes that they put out, which is Dare, Bare, and Flare. So basically this is just a sample. I believe it's one shadow that's from each palette. Yeah, it is. So this is what it looks like. So it was kind of like a cranberry, kind of a champagne color, and a blue. And then I went almost towards the end of the day, and they had some brushes left, so I grabbed one of those. So here's the other sample they were giving out. And the brush that they were giving out was the Blending E25, which is dirty because I just used it today. But I was excited that this was the brush they were giving away because I've been wanting to try this brush for so long. They have one, I think this is like the 217 or something like that from MAC. So MAC has one, and then Sigma also has one, and I heard it's a great brush, so I'm glad that I am able to try it, and I really do like it so far. Because the Inglot booth was so chaotic, I was probably there for at least an hour, and so my mom didn't want to get into that crowd, so she just kept walking around while I was doing my thing at Inglot, and she came back and she actually picked out, she went to Senna Cosmetics to get herself an eyebrow stencil because she really likes their eyebrow stencils, and so she grabbed one for me as well. So the one she got for me is this is the name of the shape, it's just called Natural, and I actually used it today too. But so this is what the stencil looks like. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, you just basically line it up over your eyebrow and you fill in your eyebrow. So I really do like it. I don't normally use little stencils like this, but I thought it was cool to try out, and I think she said it was only like $5, so yeah, that's really cool. And another booth I went to was OCC, which I was so excited to look at because I've been wanting to try their lip tars forever. So I got 3. I got the oh so famous anime lip tar, which is this right here. It's really, really bright pink. It's actually pretty much the same color as the Beauty Blender if you want to compare it to something. But it is a really, really bright pink, and it's so beautiful. And then the one I'm actually wearing on my lips today is Grandma, which looks like that. And if you want to see it on my lips, that is that. And it's kind of like a coral, really nice summery spring color. And the last one I got is called Memento. It's kind of like a nudie pink color, really pretty. And my mom actually got the same one as well. So we went to another booth that was called Beauty Treats, and basically what they were selling, they had a face mask, like avocado type face mask and things like that. They had kind of like the 88 palettes that Coastal Scents and a lot of other companies sell, things like that. And they also were selling these makeup removing cleansing wipes. And I got 2 of them in cucumber. So that's because I love the Yes the Carrot Cucumbers ones so much that I thought I would try the cucumber ones from this brand. And I think they were 2 for $5 or something like that. So my mom and I both got some. And yeah, it comes 30 in a package. So I thought, why not? We went over to Lit, which is the brand right there. It's a logo, Lit. They're actually really new to me. I don't think I've ever heard of them before until recently when Queen of Blending had mentioned Lit in one of her recent tutorials. And so she was talking about how great their glitters are and stuff, so I knew I had to check them out. So I got 3. So there is Cher, really gorgeous silver color. And I got this green one that's called Yoda. Really gorgeous. It's like almost like an emerald green type of color. And the last one I got is called Vegas, which looks like this. Now the light's like glaring, and I'm actually wearing this on my eyes today. I'll get up so you can see. I have that as my liner. So, and I got some nail art kind of tools. This is actually I think the last thing that I got of the day. This is called the Meiji Nail Art Decorating Nail Polish. There is that. And so there's, I think there's, yeah, 8 different colors. Let me just take it out so I can show you what this is. So each pen has 1 color on each end, and what you can do is just twist it in the middle so that each color comes apart. And then each end of each color has 2 different options. Either you can pop it open for a pen. You see that fine tip, so you can draw right onto your nails, or, get that back on there, you can just twist it off and you have a nail polish. So I don't think I'm probably going to use it for an actual nail polish. I bought this specifically for little nail art designs because I love nail art, and these little pens make it a lot easier. So they had 4 different color sets you can choose from, but I just got the original set just because I figured I'd get more use out of this compared to like glittery colors or pastel colors or anything like that. So yeah, I was really excited to use these. Then I went over to Crown Brush. For some reason I was anticipating getting a lot of brushes, but I only got like 6 or so. So go ahead and show you those real quick. The first one I got is the Oval Camouflage Brush, which that is the tip right there. I got another brush that doesn't have anything written on it, but basically it just has this really weird looking, it's like an angled brush, but let me just take it out so I can show to you real quick. This is what the brush looks like. So it is angled, but it's fat. It's not like a skinny brush. So it's kind of like a really flat crease brush. Next I just got a small pencil brush. It's just like a nice definer pencil brush. And then I just got a crease brush, just a normal crease brush. It's kind of flattened because of the packaging, but just a crease brush. This is another pencil brush, if you can see them next to each other. Just one's a little bit smaller than the other. And then the last one I got is just another angled brush. Because I don't know if you can see that. I use angled brushes all the time for my eyebrows and for my gel liner, so I thought I could use another angled brush. And then over at Royal and Langnickel, which is another booth that sells brushes, I got this little retractable travel lip brush. So you just pull it apart like this. And it's actually not a lip brush. I'm using it for a lip brush because I like to use the angled lip brush, or an angled brush for my lip tars. But it's just an angled brush. So people can usually use these for eyeliner and stuff. But I got it for my lip tars for on the go. And the very last thing I got, which I'm so excited about, is my Dynair airbrush system, which of course you saw on the bag earlier. So this is the Dynair bag again. So yeah, this is my compressor, and then this is the starter kit. So I got the starter kit, which basically gives you the compressor and the 4 bottles of foundation and other things that I will show you really quickly. It comes with a cleaner to clean out your airbrush gun. And then this little case right here. This has the actual airbrush gun inside of it, which looks like this. And you just pull back the lever. I haven't used it yet because I wanted to show you guys everything brand new before trying it out. And the little hose that you attach the airbrush gun to the compressor. Then I got my 4 shades of foundation. And I got mine in the Fair set. I'll just show you a little chart right here. Here's the shade range all across here. So there's fair, medium, tan, and dark. So I went for the Fair kit, and it gives you 4 bottles. So if one certain foundation bottle isn't perfect for your skin tone, you can just mix and match them until you get your perfect skin tone. And it also came with this little bottle called Moist and Dewy, and I guess it's for dry skin. So if you're working on somebody or yourself that has dry skin, you add a little bit of this in it, I believe, to add a little bit more moisture. And I got a little sample of the tanning stuff. So this just says tanning dark, or air tan dark. And then it says, this is part of their glamour makeup, and it says practice makeup underneath it. So I'm not sure what each individual bottle this is for. This could be highlighter. I'm not really sure. I have to read more about it. And then I also got this little set of these little mini thingamajigs, I think. There's a green, a champagne color, a lighter pink, and a darker pink. So I think some of these could be used for eyeshadows or maybe blush or something. Again, I have to look into it before I know for sure because I haven't really opened anything yet. And then there's just a bunch of other papers and stuff, and a DVD on how to use the machine, which I'm going to have to watch soon. And yeah, I think that's all that's in here. This is the color I got. This is the fuchsia color. It's so cute and so pretty. You can see it just fits in the palm of my hand, so it's not big at all. Totally great for traveling once I figure out how to use it perfectly. And it has this little thing you flick out to put your gun in, and this is where you operate the compressor. Alright, so that's it for my IMATS haul. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, so I had such a great time, and my mom and I went, and I think we got there about 8:30 or so, or actually we got there about a little bit before 8. The line was enormous getting in, but it wasn't that bad. They let us in pretty quickly, so it didn't take that long at all. Like I said, it was really crowded, or there was a lot of people, but it wasn't so bad where you were miserable, like you were being attacked by crowds. It wasn't that bad. The only difference between this year and when I went last time, which was 2 years ago, was, besides the great amount of people that were this year compared to 2 years ago, was that this time I actually went up to people that I love from YouTube and took pictures with them and talked to them for a little bit, just because when I went 2 years ago, I was just way too shy and too chicken, but this time I was like, forget this. Like, I'm going to go up to the people that I love and tell them that I love them. Why not? And so that was a great highlight of my day. And also, a huge highlight of my day was that Peterlude, I'm sure all of you are familiar with him. If not, look him up because he's amazing and he's my whole inspiration for how I got started with YouTube. But basically, he was dressed there as Missy Maven, which is him in drag, and I was able to talk to him for a little bit and take pictures with him, and that just totally made my day because he is like the reason I started watching YouTube and getting into makeup videos and things like that. So I was able to tell him how much he meant to me, and I just thought it was awesome. So yeah. And obviously another thing that was amazing of the day, I don't know how I didn't mention this yet, is I finally met up with Makeup Starlet, who's here on YouTube. I will put her channel linked down below because you have to check her out. She has amazing videos. We talk all the time on Twitter and on AIM chat, whatever you want to call it, things like that. But we had never met. We just knew each other through our videos and stuff. So we finally were able to meet at IMATS. She was there with her god sister and I was there with my mom. So we all went out to lunch and everything together. So that was awesome because I feel like it wasn't even like awkward. She was just kind of like somebody I've known forever that I finally got to reunite with. It was weird. Not weird, but it was fun. And another highlight of my day, I had 3 things that were like major for me. So Peacherloo, getting to finally meet Makeup Starlet, and then also I actually had one of my subscribers come up to me and ask to take a picture with me, which totally caught me off guard, and I was just like, oh, really? Like, I don't know. I wasn't expecting it at all because literally I was by the huge group that was standing around Candy Johnson, and then she came up to me and asked me for my picture, and it totally made my day. Her name was Erica, so hi Erica, thank you so much. I was like so like shaky and everything, but so that's pretty much all I have to say about IMATS. Again, I had a great time, and yeah, so I'm going to post a few pictures that I took from the day just after this, so if you want to see those, just stay tuned. Yeah, so thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.